This woman sent $150,000 to this woman, and now she wants her money back.
Yeah, Rosemary sent me money.
I took out a $155,000 loan against the equity in my house.
What did you do with the money that Rosemary sent you?
It's in the bank.
Both of these women are in online relationships with different men.
He's in Canada right now.
He's over in Poland.
He's a gemologist.
He had been investing in Bitcoin, and this is where we intersect with Kathy.
Join us on another episode of Scamfish, sponsored by socialcatfish.com.
And they're beefing.
Now they're beefing, and Rosemary's pissed, and she wants her money back.
She said nothing. She wouldn't deny it. She wouldn't admit it.
I don't think I'm being scammed. I think I'm going to get my money back.
I don't know how somebody has so much control over another human being and they've never even met.
We have to get Rosemary and Kathy together just so that they know that they're both pawns in this and there's a bigger player at play.
Someone's lying, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
All right, so we're gonna bring Rosemary on right now.
Hello, Rosemary. Thank you for joining us.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos helps us reach new audiences and could potentially stop other people from being scammed.
Well, guys, we got a new case. This one is a bit of a puzzle. Not impossible, but just complicated. I'll read the email. Hi, Catfish team. My brother and I have tried repeatedly to convince our mom that the man she is speaking with, Frank, is not real. But she continues communicating with him behind our backs. Following my parents' divorce in November, she lost her home, drained her 401k, and took out loans, all of which she says went towards investing in Bitcoin with him. She has now moved in with my brother, but we fear she is still involved with the scammer. We are hoping that hearing the truth from professionals like you might finally help her break free from this situation. Sincerely, Tina.
My mom and I haven't ever really been close. She would wake us up for school and we were pretty much getting on the bus while she was leaving for work. And she wouldn't get home until 8 or 9 o'clock at night after we've already had dinner and getting ready to head back to bed. So we didn't spend a whole lot of time with her when we were kids. She's always had money. She's been very proud of her 401k and how much money she had in there and her investments. And she had one goose left at her house and she wanted some more geese to keep it company. And I had found some. And I said, hey, just split it down the middle with me. It's 3 geese. It's $100 for the trio. You get 50 and I'll get the 50. And she said, well, I really don't know if I can do that right now. And I said, you don't think you have $50 to spare? She said, no, I've got bills to pay. I said, okay, I didn't know that you were on such a tight budget. Didn't ask too many more questions because she's never talked about money with us.
Tina thought it was strange that Kathy didn't have $50. Her mother had always been driven, financially secure, and a natural-born hustler. This was the first sign that something wasn't right.
I was checking my bank account, which is in the same, bank as hers, and I had saw this large sum of money go into her account. A deposit into my mom's account that I was an authorized user on still of $20,000. And I thought that it was to be spent on the divorce, that she was starting a payment or paying a lawyer. And so she said, well, you can't tell anybody. And I'm like, that's the first thing I'm going to have to do is tell somebody. But she said, I sent it to my boyfriend. She said that he lived about 45 minutes away, that he owned a jewelry store, and he was actually in Canada at the moment with a diamond mine. And he needed help getting these diamonds from Canada into the United States.
While beginning a new relationship with her new boyfriend, Kathy was also facing a lot. She was navigating a divorce with her ex-husband and the painful process of dividing their shared assets. Kathy decided she didn't want to sell the home that the two bought together, so the courts ordered her to pay half of the value of the house to her ex-husband.
So for the divorce agreement, my mom was supposed to pay my dad $175,000. That was half the cost of her 401k and half the cost of the value of the property. And if she didn't pay it by the 24th, then it was supposed to increase to $190,000. On the 23rd, I called my mom and asked her, hey, did your check come in? Because she said she's waiting on a check. I'm waiting on this check. I'm waiting on this check. Your deadline's tomorrow before it increases. Oh, it's going to be here. Don't worry. It's coming. Well, the 25th comes around. It increases. And I said, well, do you have the money yet? No, it's not here yet. It's coming. All right. So then on December 1st, I get a phone call from my dad that my mom did not pay him for the divorce, that I might want to go get my stuff from her place. So that really kicked off a semi-important investigation between my brother and I into what had actually happened. And he said that she was cashing in some investments and it was supposed to be a $300,000 check that was coming in. And I said, that's not right. There's obviously something else going on.
Tina and her brother CJ moved fast. They could tell something was wrong, and their mother wasn't acting like herself. Once they got into her laptop, everything started to unravel.
And this guy is pushing really hard about, well, your Social Security came in today. You really need to get up and you need to send me that money. So she's got all these accounts and all these passwords and all this money and like budgets and all of this just stuff that we couldn't make any sense of at the time. So I did what I could. I started trying to log into some of the accounts. One of them was a Chase account, and there was $120,000 in there. And so we try and talk to her about it. And she says, get out of my stuff. You're in my business. You don't need to worry about what's going on. And this was when we found out that she had pulled her 401k and invested it with Frank as well.
After going through her mother's laptop, Tina found several checks. So she decided to contact some of these people. The first person she reached out to was Rosemary, a woman who sent a mysterious $150,000 check to Kathy.
So this lady, her name's Rosemary. I actually got a hold of her. I talked to her. I tried to find out what was going on. She had sent $150,000 by check, and that was deposited into my mom's accounts.
Meet Rosemary. She's a 71-year-old retired nurse from Tennessee who has been in an online relationship with a man named Glenn.
Because he was out of the country, he asked me if I would help him get money to the people who were going to be giving him supplies for his project. And he gave me all the information I needed to make wire transfers. He had 4 of them to make, and I did the first 3 with him on text because he had a couple of codes that he had to give me to verify X, Y, and Z. He had told me that he had been investing in Bitcoin. Well, this company, Perfect Finance, supposedly out of the UK, he had a Bitcoin account there. He had invested, and apparently he did very well. What I ended up doing is I took out a $155,000 loan, HELOC, against the equity in my house. And this is where we intersect with Tina and Kathy. I wrote a check for $150,000 to the LLC that Kathy had formed, and she would take care of it. But I just want to know why I was told by Perfect Finance to send this check to you, because she was supposed to take that money, convert it to Bitcoin, and send it. And the reason that Perfect Finance gave me for why they sent it to her is because she was one of their top agents, or she said nothing. She wouldn't deny it. She wouldn't admit it. I said, look, can you at least tell me? I'd like to know who I'm involved with. They wanted me to send this check to you. I said, you know about the check, obviously. What happened? I don't think I'm going to give her their money back. That was her attitude. That was what I heard. She was being very uncooperative.
Kathy refuses to speak to anyone about what Frank has been telling her, but after hearing Rosemary's side, it's clear the two stories just don't align. Despite this, Kathy is still sending and moving money on Frank's behalf, and still doesn't believe that Frank and all of his stories are a scam.
Her regular account where her Social Security and her pension went into was also closed for fraud. That account was linked to a Cash App account, and he would just take $900 at a time for investing purposes. My brother insisted that she knew it was a scam and to give her phone back. And the day she got it back, immediately went back to Frank, this scammer boyfriend that has this grip on my mom that I've never seen before. I don't know how somebody has so much control over another human being and they've never even met.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too. If you're looking to contact us and you think you might need our help to figure out who you've been communicating with online, or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or family member, Don't hesitate to reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers you've been looking for.
Hey Seekers, if you're only following us here, you're missing half the story.
Follow Catfish online on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for updates and content we don't share on YouTube.
All right, Seekers, this case has a lot of moving parts, so the team got together to go over the story and come up with a game plan on how we could help these women out.
Sounds like there's a lot of moving parts. So just so I understand, we have Tina. Tina is Kathy's daughter, and Kathy's the one who's actually pretty much lost everything at this point.
And then we have Rosemary.
And then we have Rosemary. So Rosemary is a person that sent a check to Cathy because she's also talking to someone online. Tina was looking into the bank accounts and saw the check, reached out to Rosemary to figure out what was going on, and found out Rosemary's talking to someone online, and put her mom and Rosemary together in a discussion. And that's when things took a turn.
And they're beefing.
Now they're beefing, and Rosemary's pissed and she wants her money back, and Cathy is not going to give her her money back.
So it sounds like they're butting heads at this point.
And they don't understand that both of them are probably victims.
And plus, Cathy's super confused. She's buying into all the stories this person's telling her, and she's under the belief that Rosemary was a rep or an agent for the banking site, and so Cathy's believing the whole story.
Did you guys ever play that game Telephone in elementary school?
The one where you
Yes.
go around the circle.
Right, and then by the time you get to the end of the circle, it's something that's completely not. That's what we're playing here. We need to talk to the mom. Why can't we just have the daughter drive up to the mom and tell her?
Because the daughter has hesitations. She's been telling her mom all along that this is a scam, you need to stop giving him money, and she's just pushing Tina away.
We have to get Rosemary and Cathy together just so that they know that they're both pawns in this and there's a bigger player at play.
We should pull as much research as possible for Rosemary, and then maybe we could share some of that research with Cathy so that she starts trusting us and that she gets an idea of what's really going on here.
Okay.
So what research do we have then? So I'm actually really curious about this website.
Yes, so we have this website, perfectfin.live. It's a financial website for investments, and so that is where Rosemary was asked to go. She even claims that she had a login for this account, and it was Glenn's login. She was advised to send funds.
All right, so I mean, we can check code on that and see if there's any templated websites out there that look very similar. We'll check who is and just see when the website was registered and then potentially who the owner is behind it.
There are also 2 addresses, and Rosemary was advised to send these items to this person's granddaughter. One of the addresses is in Oregon and the other one is in Mississippi. She sent a MacBook Air, and she also sent a bracelet.
Okay, so game plan here. We're gonna start and get all the research for Cathy, present all the research to her to help her come to terms that this is actually a scam. And then on Rosemary's end, she has all this animosity toward Cathy and she thinks Cathy was behind this. We have to help her understand that they're both victims in this case and then see what happened to that money. Maybe there's a chance we can help get it back for Rosemary.
All right, Seekers, we had our work cut out for us. The first step was getting Cathy to agree to meet us and provide some information regarding her case. Then we needed to locate Rosemary's money and see if we can get it back to her. And lastly, we want Cathy and Rosemary to hash everything out and explain to them they are both victims of this romance scam. Fortunately, we were able to get in contact with Cathy's son, CJ, and he was able to attempt to get Cathy on a call with us.
We want to help your mom look into this person she's talking to, but we don't have her cooperation and we don't have a ton of items to investigate to help her out. I don't know if that's something that you can help facilitate with.
Probably you don't want that, but you probably.
Luckily, CJ was able to convince his mom to speak with us, and the next day, we got on a call with Cathy.
The goal with this call is to build trust. How do we build trust if she's not thinking this is a scam?
She's here right now.
So she has to have questions. So
She must have questions. That's why she's here. Let's just get in it. Let's just see. We made her wait too damn long. Oh, hi, Cathy.
Hi.
My name is Brianne. This is David.
Nice to meet you.
So I know that CJ helped you get on this video call. Has he explained to you what we do and why you're here today?
You track money? sometimes get it back.
And is that what you're looking to do? Is that why you're on the call with us?
I don't think I'm being scammed. I think I'm going to get my money back.
I do have a question. I'm curious, have you noticed any red flags on your end?
Not really. I mean, everything he said that he's going to do, he does. That's why I guess I still have faith in him.
We're not familiar with this story. What are some of those things?
He's in Canada right now. He went over there on a project, and the project's dragging on. He's a gemologist.
So here's a few things, like just based on what you're telling us, that we could do, and I'll throw them out there. So he says he's in Canada. We could do what's called an IP tracker, and again, he will never know. And then also, if you have his pictures, so we could do what's called a reverse image search. And so Brian and the team are really good at this. And what they can do is they take that image, they work backwards to find exactly where that image came from, if it's out there and public available on the internet. Nothing that we do will let him know what we're doing, and then you'll get that information on your end.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Did you want to try that today?
Well, I guess you could try it.
Okay, so here's what's best to do, is to use a conversation that you're already having with him. So there's an article that I just pulled up. It just talks about Canada's fading diamond industry. Yeah, I'm worried about your business. I read this article, I'm worried about your business. That's a good.
Do you want to tell him that?
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a link. Junior had a great idea. And so we should use a message similar to, I read this article, I'm worried about your business. Are you gonna be okay? And then he's gonna click on it for sure, because he might be able to leverage that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you think, CJ?
I can do that.
All right, let's hit send, let's do it.
All right.
Short and simple is all good.
Yep, short and simple. Let's just keep it like that.
We're ready to send it.
With the IP tracker sent, we now needed to get Kathy to share as much information as possible so we can get some answers.
If you could, can you text me Frank's phone number? Because we can run a background search on the actual phone number just to see if it's linked to Frank and where he's located.
And then if you have the other pictures, if you could send those over, that would really help.
That thing where I had 3 or 4 pictures of them.
All right.
We might be able to find these pictures.
Oh no, we're gonna find those pictures. I have confidence. Does this look Photoshop to you? He's like, look at this shading right here.
We'll find out. While we have you on here, we're doing live research right now, so just give us a few minutes. We're just looking into this. You know, it's a California license with a Louisiana address, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
So this house has only been sold twice.
Okay.
Once in 1999 and again in 2021. And nobody.
Ferrara.
What's Ferrara?
His name is Frank Ferrara.
No way.
I'm not joking, I swear. That makes things a little more complicated.
So what we're gonna do, just to summarize everything, we have the images, we're gonna go look at the images, see where they came from. We set the IP tracker, so we're gonna wait till he clicks on it. We have the phone numbers, we're gonna look into the phone numbers. And the last question I have, because it sounds like there was money involved, have you sent him money, and then how did you send the money?
Oh, I sent him money a long time ago. It was through USPS, regular postal service.
About how much was the cashier's check that you sent?
About 130,000.
Are you receiving money from anybody right now, even though you're not sending your own money?
I'm not giving money, I'm not getting money.
We're working with Rosemary too to help her out on, like, separate from you. Rosemary was also a person that sent you money in the past?
Yeah, Rosemary sent me money.
And then what did you do with the money that Rosemary sent you?
It's in the bank, Chase Bank, and it's frozen right now.
If you're able to provide that information, that will really help out. And then in the meantime, we'll continue to work on the IP tracker, the images, the phone numbers.
Did you find out about Rosemary?
Sorry, say that again?
How did you find out about Rosemary?
Tina spoke to us about Rosemary and she asked me to do an investigation, so I'm looking into things for Rosemary.
You talked to Rosemary?
I did. She sent me over some information about this person she's talking to online, and so I'm looking into that.
Christina said that Rosemary did the investing online and never talked to anybody. It was just...
Well, we're gonna find out. So
Yeah.
we don't know the whole story, but there is some sort of connection between you and Rosemary. We just don't know exactly what that is yet.
Kathy gave us all of the info she could and the team got to work. In the meantime, Frank did click on our IP tracker, but unfortunately, they were running a VPN out of Canada. But we had some more evidence up our sleeve. Next, we needed to reveal everything we found out to Kathy and see if we could recoup any of Rosemary's funds and get them to see eye to eye.
Hello, Kathy. How are you?
I don't know, I guess you got info for me?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I don't have a lot to think or say about it right now.
Well, as of today, we didn't receive a ton of information from you, just the images from Frank. One of them being the driver's license. He also has a picture of himself in front of the Eiffel Tower. We do have some information about both of those images. We noticed right off the bat that it was a California driver's license with a Louisiana address. And then you mentioned there was a reason for this, correct?
Well, he moved from California, I guess, to Louisiana, and after that, I think he moved to Missouri.
So you cannot have a driver's license in any state unless you have an address in that state. You just can't do it. It's not possible. The DMV won't issue it. They won't even issue a California ID if you're not in California, or a Minnesota ID if you're not in Minnesota. I don't know the last time you went to the DMV, but if you remember, what do you have to do? You have to bring a utility bill, or you have to do something with your name on it that proves that you're at that address.
On top of that, we also noticed that there's a signature underneath the picture, and the signature starts with the letter K. But when I looked back, I noticed Frank's full name is Frank Ferrara. There is no letter K. His name doesn't start with K. And so that was also a red flag.
But we know for sure, like based on the address alone, that it's a fake ID. And then also you can see the Photoshop in that basically somebody cut out the face and then dropped it into the ID. The next thing we want to run through, Kathy, is the actual image. You see right here that this image is a picture of the Eiffel Tower and then him like in this image. Did you get a story behind this image?
Just said he was there on business.
So Brienne ran a reverse image search, and if you look at this picture right here, this is the original picture.
We had ran his images through every platform you can think of, and we could not find any matches at all. And sometimes that happens. It's very rare, but sometimes that happens. And in this case, that did happen. And David had an idea for me to run one of Frank's images in an AI platform. And what this does is it detects if this is a legitimate image or if it's been created with AI. And for Frank's images, it returned back that it's a higher probability that it is AI. We've used several different reverse image search tools to locate Frank's images. We were not able to return one match.
The other part about this too, Kathy, is that he's having you accept money from other people and he's gotten money from you. Why somebody who just met you, I know you've been talking for a while now, but I mean, he was asking you for money early on. The big question is, do you understand what's happening to you now?
Kinda.
I mean, you're involved in what's called a romance scam.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, it's somebody who meets you online, they fall in love with you really quickly, they have an excuse of why they can't come see you, they're stuck overseas and stuck somewhere else, and they always need money for one thing or another.
Mm-hmm.
And so the person you're talking to is scamming you. And I know you said that they haven't asked you personally for money in a while, but they've asked you to send money from other people. Mm-hmm. And one of those people is Rosemary.
And we want to see how you and her are linked. Somehow this person that you have access to, that Rosemary has access to, had you guys receive money from each other. And so there's some sort of link here, and we're trying to figure it out.
The other thing we want to do, so Kathy, you said that so Rosemary had sent you the money and then the bank actually froze the funds, correct?
Yeah.
Rosemary doesn't understand your involvement, and you're a victim just like she is. You know, you're talking to somebody, you felt like you were in love with them, they've used you, and they've put you in a situation. And so those funds are frozen in a bank account, and what we want to try to do is help Rosemary out, get her in touch with your bank, and see if they will unfreeze those funds so that she can actually get her money back. Is that okay? You want to try to help her with that?
I guess.
And we also want to see if there's anything common with her story and your story, and where the paths may have crossed, because Rosemary was also asked to send things to other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna bring Rosemary on right now.
Hello, Rosemary. Thank you for joining us.
Have you met Kathy before, or you've talked to Kathy, right? Correct?
Talked once over speakerphone.
And then how did that conversation go?
It didn't really go anywhere. It was frustrating. She wasn't talking for whatever reason.
I don't even remember that call.
It was your daughter who called me, and she put everybody on speaker.
Rosemary, up until like 5 minutes ago, Kathy legitimately thought she was dating somebody online. And so she had sent her own money. Kathy's lost everything, right, Kathy?
Probably more than 175.
Kathy, literally up until 5 minutes ago, thought that this person, Frank, that she's talking to is her boyfriend, and that the money you sent her was his money. And so what we want to do is figure out where your story and her story tie in. And then we also might have some good news for you. And so we want to go over that too. I want to highlight one common theme with your story and Kathy's story. So Kathy's talking to somebody who's a gemologist, and they are in Canada, and that's what they've asked Kathy for money for. You have somebody who's stuck in Poland that has also asked you for money and said they were stuck there and they had to complete some things before they came to you. And so do you both realize kind of what's going on? You met somebody online, they fell in love with you pretty quickly, started asking for money, and then they're stuck, and they can come see you, but they have to finish this job, they have to finish what they're doing, and you need to help them on this mission to do that before you can see them in real life. The baseline story is actually very similar. And so, Rosemary, when you sent money to Kathy, who was Kathy, and why were you sending money in somebody else's name?
I wasn't sending it to Kathy. I didn't have her name. I had LLC. They wouldn't give me anything else. They just gave me that with the address.
And then who was Rosemary? Did he tell you about Rosemary, or who this person was that was sending you the funds?
No, we didn't really talk about it. I don't know if it's supposed to go for taxes.
So your stories are completely different, like if you see that. And so Kathy, you were told one thing, Rosemary, you were told another thing. Rosemary, you trusted that you were sending that check and it was going to help, with the engineering project. Kathy, you were told it was taxes or something else. So now you see how this person is leveraging you both to get access to these funds. And Kathy, the only reason you got that check is because Rosemary's bank blocked the transaction from going into her crypto account. And so the scammer was trying to be creative and come up with
And the person at Kathy's bank wanted me to call. That was when I found out her name.
So Rosemary, the good news is the account's frozen. The money's there. Kathy has no ill intent. She didn't do this to you on purpose. She was a pawn, just like you were a pawn in this.
We have more to share with you. That website that you shared with us, we found some information.
You mean Perfect Finance?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We ran this website through Whois to find out information about the website, when it was registered, if there were any contact information about who's behind the website, and all I could find was the fact that it was registered last year in May. So this is a brand new website.
Oh my word, because the documents I saw online, it had been incorporated January of 23.
Perfect Finance is the bad guy here. the scammer is the bad guy who's been manipulating both you and Kathy in very similar ways, just using slightly different tactics and slightly different stories. So what we want to do, because there's money in that account, Rosemary, okay? And so before we brought you on, we had talked to Kathy and we're like, hey, look, now that you know it's a scam, can you help Rosemary, within your means, to get in touch with the bank to see if we can get those funds unfrozen so that Rosemary can get access to the funds? And she said yes.
Okay.
And so Kathy, would you be willing to go into the bank and then get that started so that Rosemary can get in touch with the right people to see if she can get those the funds
back?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. There's one more part to this, Rosemary. So I called the person by the name of Ava that you had sent the MacBook Air to. I called 3 separate numbers. No one answered, just rang. One of them was a bad number. Jane is a different story. I was able to connect with Jane. Hi, Jane. My name's Brianne. I'm a search specialist with socialcatfish.com. I have a client of mine. Her name is Rosemary. And Rosemary had disclosed to me that she had sent a gift to your address. Do you recall a person by the name of Rosemary?
No.
No. Okay. I think she said she sent a gift for Tiffany. It may have been a bracelet.
That's weird.
Yeah. By chance, are you talking to anyone online?
No.
No. And so you never received that gift? She hung up on me.
But the light at the end of the tunnel is now you know what's going on. Now Kathy knows what's going on. So we're stopping 2 people from being scammed, and there's maybe a happy ending here with getting some of your money back.
I think what we could do here is speak to CJ, if you're okay with it, Kathy. We can have him help you out as well. We can inform him what we're trying to do here, and maybe if he can help assist you with going down to the bank and letting them know that you guys have been involved in an online scam and that these are funds that belong to someone else and you would like them released so that you have the opportunity to send them back to the person where they came from.
CJ's here. You're going to explain to him what we're supposed to tell the bank?
For sure. And look, we're here for you guys. We want to help you guys out. We want to find answers, and I feel like we were able to do that today. Any more information that you guys find that surfaces or pops up, please send it our way. We can add it. We've already started a report here, but by all means, Rosemary, I don't want to hold you back. If you want to file a report with the FBI, you should do that.
Yeah, both of you should do it.
Kathy should do that as well.
Okay, so Kathy, you and CJ will go to the bank tomorrow. If you don't get anywhere, let us know. We'll follow up. And then hopefully in the next few days, you'll have your money released to you, Rosemary, or at least you'll know the date that the money will be released to you.
That would be great.
You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll chat with you guys soon.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye, Kathy.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad we were to help Rosemary out. Kathy seems like she's still processing some of this.
Kathy is processing. They're both in 2 different places mentally. Rosemary's coming in hot. She wants her $150,000.
So at least we'll be able to help her get this money back. She can pay down most of that loan. Kathy's not getting scammed anymore. She knows what's going on. Rosemary's not getting scammed anymore, and she's gotten a nice chunk of change back. I think we've done a good job with this one. On to the next case.
All right.
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. Come hang out with our team and get a live update on the case you just watched. You can find the link to our live stream on our YouTube channel by clicking the live tab and by clicking on our most recent video. If you've been involved in a romance scam, don't forget to report it. It helps get the word out and can potentially help stop other people from being scammed. Thanks for watching. Remember, all of our newest videos go out every Thursday. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see more, you should probably click one of these 2 videos.